everyone. So good to be back together again with all of you. This is our weekly Seekers of the Eternal guided meditation based on the teachings and techniques of Paramhansa Yogananda and the lineage of Kriya Yoga masters. I was initiated into the path of Kriya Yoga by my teachers at Ananda Village in California. And we're going to be practicing with some of the techniques and teachings of Yogananda tonight that he taught to his disciples. And this is going to be the conclusion to the series that we've been working on here together. So I know a lot of you have been here for some of those. And tonight is our number 6 in the series of healing, transmuting the core wounds of humanity. And it's okay too if this is your first time. And we can dive in. This is perfect for you. You are supposed to be here for this one. And I think a lot of us can relate to it, just like all of the others as well. Let's open our time here together, just inviting Spirit to be here in our midst, wherever 2 or more are gathered. So am I with you. So we're inviting these great masters, inviting Spirit, Divine Mother, to join us and to yoke us with the divine, to help us to go deep in our meditation here together. And this is a completely universal gathering, so feel free to invite the teachers, the saints, sages that you bring into your practice. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, dearest friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, Jesus Christ, Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru Paramhansa Yogananda, great saints and sages of all traditions, humbly, lovingly, we invoke your presence, bowing before you all. Make us like you, attune us with your consciousness. Help us to go deep in our meditation tonight. We bring our full effort and we unite with you. Introduce us to the infinite, to the divine, to our Heavenly Father, our Divine Mother. Help us to transmute our wounds, our shadows into gifts so that we can be lights on this planet and help others to transition in this time during this shift into this age of energy. Divine Mother, awaken your love in us. Then teach us to awaken that love in all. Om, peace. Amen. So perhaps many of us here, most likely, I can probably guess that when you were younger or throughout your life, you probably had a lot of instances where you were seen as the different one. The one who was different than the rest of your family or your friends oftentimes, or perhaps we had family members who supported us being different. That's also a wonderful blessing that we can have. But so often as we're younger, we have gifts that get stifled and we're made to feel that they are dark or things that we should be ashamed of for our differences, or the spiritual awareness that maybe we had that we've maybe lost over time because we are made to feel ashamed or guilty, or that this was something that was wrong with us. And tonight we're going to be finding any of those areas that are still lingering and transmuting them into from the wound or the shadow of separation into the gift of care. And the wound or the shadow of separation is oftentimes that when we are made to feel that we're different or that we have something wrong with us, then we like to become reclusive and to also feel like we push the world away from us and that we lose interest in the world. And tonight we're going to be really finding that our job here on this planet is that we are here to learn to have self-care for ourselves, to reawaken, reactivate our gifts that maybe are lying dormant, and to really learn how to come out of our hiding and to then really have care for the world around us as well. And the struggle that we may have endured in this world is probably because it wasn't ready for us. We're here in a world that we can feel so out of touch or out of place in this world, and I'm here to tell you that that's a good thing because we're coming out of the material age and we're now here in the energy age. You can probably see very obviously that we're leaving the material age behind and moving into this age of energy where there's so much more energy on the planet, so that when there are, as one of my teachers, Asha, says, Divine Mother's rambunctious and naughty children that are here on this planet, they have so much more energy, so they can do so much more damage to this planet here just as a small group. And she also said, Asha was saying that, they think that they're in charge, the billionaires, the CEOs, the politicians, but really they're all puppets of the divine, and they're here to destroy things. They came here to destroy things. They came here to destroy the old ways and to make room and way for the new. We are in an ascending age. You probably notice there's more and more people that are interested in spiritual things, more and more people tuning into this, more and more people having those experiences of oneness with everything in the universe, either through plant medicines or through meditations or breath work or sensory deprivation tanks or sitting in ice or whatever it is, sweat lodges. All of these things can help us to break free from the ego and to feel that interconnectedness with everything in the universe. And more of us are having those experiences and reawakening to our gifts. So tonight we're really, let's make this a night where we are reactivating these gifts that we may have pushed aside or they maybe have lying dormant, and really step into our power here so that we can be lights in the world for others. And as we're lights in the world, we can help others to also move through this transition. And as we may have felt alone in this world from everyone else, we may have locked ourselves away from the world until today or till recently. And just know that we're here to witness each other and to encourage each other that it's good that we're different and that we see things in a new way, in a different way. And for us, this is going to be, and it is, and it probably has been for many of us, a long yet fulfilling journey of returning home and to returning back to inviting self-care. And we must begin by caring for ourselves, by forgiving ourselves, by loving ourselves. And that can be really the hardest thing. And for these different series of activations and transmutations that we've been doing, we started out with repression, transmuting repression into honesty. So at first, that core wound is we start to feel these negative emotions or negative feelings with this, and then we want to drown them out through different vices, through overindulgence and all of the different sense pleasures. So we just try to push it away, but then once we start to look at those things and overcome repression, we move into a state of honesty and become more honest with ourselves and with everyone else. And then the second line that we worked with is denial. So after repression comes denial. We're not repressing anymore, but we're denying it. We're saying we're maybe blaming others or blaming the world or blaming politicians or blaming people or pushing it away from us and saying, that's not my problem. That's others that are doing that. That's why I'm feeling this way. But I was talking last week, you can notice when something, and it's very easy for these days if you tune into any of the world events that are happening. I noticed for me, when I was tuning in, say around like 2021, around that area, it was very heightened, and I was becoming just very angry what I was seeing around in the world, and the violence, and now too seeing how our immigrants are being treated, and we can get very angry about that, and we can start getting angry at other people. But when we do that, we're actually adding to the vibration of anger and of negativity on this planet. And we're here to uplift the vibration. So when we're finding ourselves getting angry and blaming others and pushing it away from others, or always finding things wrong with other people in our lives, that is a signal to look inward and see what your climate is like inside. So inside of us, we must have this unresolved anger. I thought I was a peaceful, loving person, and then when I see that and start getting very angry, I'm like, oh, there's something still lingering in there inside of me. And I wanted to read some words from Swami Kriyananda. This is a great book here, Secrets of Spiritualizing Your Daily Life. And he says, give others freedom to be themselves. Make demands of yourself, but be sensitive when making demands of others. Give others freedom to be themselves. So we're not here to fix everybody. We can allow people to be the way that they are. Oftentimes, we have family members and people that were just like, oh, I want you to change. I want you to be different. I wish that you could start meditating, all these kind of things. And we want to change everybody. And that can be a real thing that brings us a lot of discomfort, because we're going around wanting to change everybody. We should really look at ourselves. So make demands of yourself, but be sensitive when making demands of others. So maybe you can plant seeds with others. Maybe you can be consciously making suggestions, or consciously knowing when it's the right time to say something that you can help. But really it's really about working on ourselves and making demands of ourselves. And this is a long yet fulfilling journey. And in this practice of our daily, it's really daily going inward, daily making routines for ourselves, daily connecting with that, and remembering your oneness with the entire universe. We've probably all had those awakening. I'm looking around, I think everybody in here probably has had that awakening experience of connection and feeling that oneness. And then when we go into our meditations, we're rekindling that. We're asking for that to return so that we can share that with others. And we thank you for incarnating during this time on this planet. You were born for this time. This path and these meditations really only attract really sincere seekers. This isn't just a sound bath or something like that. We're doing some deep work here together. So you that have come here are warriors of light on this planet. So thank you for incarnating during this time and the work that you're doing. And this activation comes now at this moment for you to remember and to help humanity to remember. And our mission here isn't necessarily to do big things. Swami Kriyananda says that our mission here is to be in the consciousness of being one with God at all times. That's what we're here to do. Be one with God at all times, and you will be led to do interesting things in your life. We don't always have to think, I don't feel like I'm following my Dharma because I'm not doing great big things on this planet. But if we're just constantly keeping our mind ever turning on God, and we are making our daily routines, and we're having these good habits, this is how we stay in tune with God, and we will be led and guided. And it's not what we're doing, but it's how we're doing it. And whenever you feel that tension, anxiety, you feel stress in your body, just relaxing your body, going back to your mind. Having a mantra is really helpful. One that is a really good starter mantra is just whenever you're feeling agitation, just say love, love, love until you mean it. Keep saying it, or God, God, whatever word doesn't trigger you. Just say it over and over again, and then it's like climbing a ladder towards that oneness. You just keep saying it, and eventually you reconnect. There's only really two choices, is fear or love. So if we're remembering or feeling any agitation, just say that. You can be, it's a fail-safe. Sometimes we get confused and we don't know what is up or down in our minds. Sometimes we think wrong is right, we think good is bad. We can look around the world. There's nobody, believe it or not, there's nobody on this planet that thinks they're the villain. They all think they're the good guy. They all think they're doing what's right. in one way or another, as crazy as that sounds, right? And the most insane dictators all think that they're doing what is needed and we need to control this planet or else it's going to go into chaos or something like that. So we can get confused. So whenever you're confused, God, 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 love, 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 just point it at the light and go towards the light, and you can never fail that way. So before we begin our meditation practice here tonight, also wanted to remind us that we're doing this energy work here. You can heal yourself with energy, and we're in a group of other seekers, other friends who all know that and believe that, or to varying degrees. We've had experiences with that. So you're in great company tonight to let go of your disbelief, suspend your disbelief, and say, I can heal myself. I can send energy to my brain, to my body, to my heart. And the more that you believe it, the more willpower that you have, the more energy gets sent, and the more this practice really works. So thank you for being here. I am so honored and grateful that I get to practice this with friends. This is unbelievable to me, so thank you. And to begin, let's just go ahead and stretch out our lower backs so we can sit in meditation. And we're going to just start with Cobra Pose. Simple stretch. Sending energy to your lower back. You can practice sending energy now. Just you can imagine it, or you can flex those muscles in the lower back if you have control of that. This is directing your willpower towards healing yourself. And when you're ready, we can stretch in the opposite direction with child's pose. Ready, we'll make our way up to a standing position. And this is to help us to feel enthusiasm for our practice. This is not a grim duty. This is nothing we're being forced to do here. There is actually nothing more interesting than what we are doing together right now. There's nothing on the planet that you can do that can bring you more joy than what we're aiming at here right now. So let's feel enthusiasm and gratitude for being together tonight. And this is a series of movements and out loud affirmations. And it's okay to feel silly. We're becoming childlike. That's also very helpful in meditation. You can feel silly, feel childlike with this. And the first affirmation that we're going to say together is, as Yogananda would come out and address the audiences, he would say, "How is everyone?" And they would say,
"Awake and ready."
"How feels everyone?"
"Awake and ready."
It's an exaggerated marching step, and we're saying out loud, "I am awake and ready.
I am awake and ready. I am awake and ready. I am awake and ready. I am awake and ready. I am awake and ready.
Two more.
I am awake and ready.
Feel it.
I am awake and ready.
We are awake and ready. The next affirmation that we're doing is, I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic. If you want to be enthusiastic, then you should act enthusiastic, and then you are enthusiastic. This movement is out, back in, forward, back in, up, down. So it's, I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic.
I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic. I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic. I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic.
One more.
I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic.
Feel your enthusiasm for this moment. It's so special. How many lifetimes have we not been meditating? The next one, we're going to wrap our knuckles onto our arms across the chest like this. And we are masters of our bodies. We are masters of ourselves. So let's say that I am master of my body. I am master of myself. I am master of my body. I am master of myself. I am master of my body. I am master of myself. I am master of my body. I am master of myself. One more. I am master of my body. I am master of myself. Feel that you're the master of your body. You're not the body. You're an infinite, eternal being seeing this cosmic movie through this virtual reality headset. And the next one is we're going to massage all of our body cells like this. You can be like in the shower just waking up your body cells. And we're going to say, awake, rejoice, my body cells.
Awake, rejoice, my body cells. Awake, rejoice, my body cells.
Go all over.
Awake, rejoice, my body cells. Awake, rejoice, my body cells. Awake, rejoice, my body cells.
Two more.
Awake, rejoice, my body cells. Awake, rejoice, my body cells.
Feel your body cells waking up, tingling, vibrating. You are vibrating energy. The next one, we're going to wrap our knuckles onto our skull, and we're going to say, awake, be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong.
Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong.
Choose to be glad.
Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong.
Last one.
Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong.
Feel your brain becoming glad. Synapses connecting, helping us to focus. Now let's massage the scalp. So relax the scalp up and down, back and forth, around in a circle one way, around the other way. And the affirmation is, awake, my sleeping children, wake.
Awake, my sleeping children, wake. Awake, my sleeping children, awake. Awake, my sleeping children, awake. Awake, my sleeping children, awake. Awake, my sleeping children, awake.
One more.
Awake, my sleeping children, awake.
Take a moment now and just relaxing and feeling. Just feel your body. How much more awake it is, alert it is. And when you're ready, we'll make our way to a seated position. So tonight's meditation does feature Yogananda's life force healing technique. I'm fascinated by this. In scientific discoveries where they talk about the effects, the benefits of meditation on the brain, seen so many ways of showing that scientifically, catching up to the great yogis have been saying for thousands of years. We can now see the proof of that. And these things are always in concert with science, never outside of it. Really, the Indian way is about experimenting on yourself. Does it work? Does it not work? And so this has been things that have been practiced for thousands of years, and they're like a polished stone. They work. And so the more that we realize that, and it does help to have the scientific backing to show. And what happens in meditation when you go into a meditative state, the energy that was previously going out to all of your limbs and into your legs and your body, and all of this is now gets that energy, that life force energy that actually enters in through the medulla oblongata at the base of the brain. That energy, it gets, Yogananda calls it, goes out to all the sense telephones. Well, he says, redirect that energy from the sense telephones and shine it on your brain. So that energy that was going all out now is shining onto our brain, healing our brains. helping our brains, because these brains have neural elasticity and neural pathways that are being created with, a lot of the thoughts that we have. We think them over and over, and we're digging these grooves in our brains. And it's really like, I like to think of it more like a filter. It's not a hard drive, but it's filtering out so many things that are in the universe. And we get used to bringing in certain thoughts, bringing in certain ideas, and recalling memories or traumas. And when we do that, we're making these grooves in the brain. So this exercise, this technique that we're going to be working with tonight, is to heal the grooves in your brain, to let go of those traumas, let go of those things that we've been hanging on to for so long. So we can do this. We can really, also we are calling on the divine, our higher self within us, to be here with us to do it. The greater the will, so the more that you want it, the more that you want to heal your body, the more that you want to heal your mind. That's good to have that deep desire. That's what we're doing right now, is we're not beggars, like asking. We're prompting the universe to heal our brains. It's so much like AI. You don't ask, you demand it, and it happens. That's what we're doing here. You're not a beggar pleading for something. You're coming and you're saying, this is what I'm commanding. You are the master of your body, the master of your mind. We're learning to become masters of life force energy. And this is a very powerful technique that we're working with tonight. Very looking forward to doing this final activation here together. Swami Kriyananda reminds us, the secret of meditation is dwelling on the thought of God's love for you and destroying any lingering doubts in a bonfire of devotion. There's a great saint also said that if you knew how much God loves you, you would die for joy. Destroy any lingering doubts in a bonfire of devotion. There's no need to doubt. We are never being judged by God. And we're going to be connecting with God as the Heavenly Father and God as our Divine Mother. He's not judging us. She sent us out here in this world to play and to search for happiness in all of this world of duality, and she knew that we would look in all the wrong places and that we would get lost, and then we would eventually find ourselves back here together and turning inward and finding the joy that we've been really looking for in all of the things of the world that are all just temporary pleasures. We get them, we get what we want, and then we're on to the next thing, we get that, and then we want that something else. Or if we don't get it all, we think that if we get it, then we're going to be happy. I guess it's almost even better not to get it, because when you get it and you realize it doesn't bring you happiness, then you're really screwed. So we're here turning inward and finding what we were really meant to do. How many lifetimes have we been caught up in this world, and now what a blessing to be here and have these teachings, to be able to go inward and find what we've been looking for. We're going to be using a few techniques in our meditation practice tonight. They're all very simple, easy to follow along with, but very powerful. Main technique that we're using is called Hong Sa, H-O-N-G-S-A-U. On the inhalation, we're mentally chanting Hong. On the exhalation, Sa. Throughout the meditation, we're going to be keeping our gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows. I'll remind you of that throughout the meditation. Another part of Hong Sa is, if you're new to Hong Sa and you want to say this for your second time or third time, that's okay too, but it's very easy to add. On the inhalation, we're just bringing that right index finger toward us on the inhalation and away from us on the exhalation. So we're breathing in Hong, breathing out Sa. We're going to have our palms upward, turning upward at the junction of the legs and the torso, with our back in a straight line, our head parallel to the floor. We're also going to use a technique called measured breathing, where we're going to be inhaling through the nostrils to a count of 6, holding the breath to a count of 6, and then slowly exhaling to a count of 6. So let's dive in together, sitting with our backs in a straight line, pressing those shoulder blades together just a bit, opening the heart and just relaxing the body. This is a wonderful technique for relaxing and releasing tension and bringing energy into our bodies. This is a short and long double inhalation. We're going to tense all the muscles in our body, low, medium, high, as hard as you can. Don't hurt yourself, but as hard as you can. Vibrate with energy and throw the breath out. Relax, release, feel. So let's do that together, taking in a normal, deep inhalation all the way out. Now, double inhale and tense. Low, medium, high tension in all the muscles, vibrating with willingness, and exhale. Relax, release, feel, release tension. Inhale and tense. Low, medium, high tension in all the muscles, vibrating with willingness, and exhale. Feel the energy entering into your body. Inhale and tense. Low, medium, high tension in all the muscles, vibrating just a bit higher, and exhale. Relax, release, feel. Feel that energy entering into all the muscles of the body, relaxing the tension, relaxing, letting go of all of your cares and worries, all of your problems, all of the conversations and projects and deadlines and things you got going on. You're allowed. It's okay. We're on a worry fast. No worrying allowed when you're in here. You can worry later if you like. Just relaxing now. Let's do a few rounds of measured breathing together with our gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows. We're going to inhale through the nostrils to a count of 6, hold the breath to a count of 6, and then slowly exhale to a count of 6. And breathing out. And now slowly inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold, keeping the gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Breathing normally. And just allowing that breath to come and go, naturally, as if it were waves on the seashore. That breath is like the wave coming up onto the seashore, turning around, going back out into the ocean, and you are the observer, just observing the breath. And as you breathe, becoming more and more relaxed with each breath. And as you breathe, begin to notice that on the inhalation, as you feel in the nostrils, notice that on the inhalation, the breath in the nostrils feels a bit cool. And on the exhalation, slightly warm. Just really notice and feel the cool sensation in the nostrils on the inhale. Slightly warm sensation there on the exhale. Become very sensitive and just feel that. Zoom in with the awareness and just point it at that feeling. And becoming more and more relaxed with each breath. as we feel that cool and warm sensation in the nostrils, let's now consciously move that sensation up from the nostrils, up to the bridge of the nose, where the nose meets the skull. Feel now that the cool and warm sensations of the breath are coming and going from the bridge of the nose. Allowing yourself to become more and more relaxed with each breath. Any areas in your body you're feeling tension, just relax those areas. Just consciously relax. Feeling the cool sensation at the point, at the bridge of the nose. Cool sensation there on the inhale. Slightly warm sensation there on the exhale. More and more relaxed with each breath. Now, let's again move that sensation up just slightly this time to the point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye. This be very important for our mind to become interiorized. So let us focus here at the point between the eyebrows, uplifting the gaze to that point. And now feeling the cool and warm sensations coming and going from the spiritual eye. It's really 3 stages, steps to successful meditation. Relaxation of the body, single pointed focus, and allowing the consciousness to expand. So our bodies are relaxed. Our consciousness is being focused at the point between the eyebrows, feeling the cool sensation there on the inhale, slightly warm sensation on the exhale. And now let us add the mantra Hong Sa. Mentally chanting Hong on the inhalation and Sa on the exhalation. Gaze uplifted to that point. Now you can also add that right index finger, gently curling that right index finger toward you on the inhalation, and away from you on the exhalation. Gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows, mentally chanting Hong on the inhale, Sa on the exhale. Feeling that cool and warm sensations there at the point between the eyebrows. Calling on these great masters that are here with us. Feel their presence. Bring your full effort, your full concentration, and they will connect you with the divine. 25% your effort, 25% the gurus on your behalf, 50% the divine grace that comes. So let's focus together, meditating with Hong Sa and allowing these great masters to bring their awareness, bring their concentration to help us to go deep here together. Let's focus now. Mentally chanting Hong on the inhalation, Sa on the exhalation. Allowing the mind to become fully interiorized, allowing the body to relax. We're not straining. Relaxing, gently uplifting the gaze, gently focusing single pointed there, gently calling on the divine to hold our attention there at the point between the eyebrows. To allow the mind to become interiorized. That's what it takes for this healing meditation, this healing technique that we're practicing tonight. Let us become fully focused here at the point between the eyebrows. Mentally chanting Hong on the inhale, Sa on the exhale. You can feel that the breath is making these sounds within your body. Let's meditate fully undistracted here now for 30 seconds. Keeping our gaze laser focused at the point between the eyebrows, letting go now of the mantra, letting go of the focus, the feeling of the breath, letting go of the right index finger, keeping our gaze laser focused at this point between the eyebrows, calling on the divine to be here with us, to help us to focus. They want us to be freed. They want to free us from our mental suffering, from our physical suffering, to open our hearts. Feel the deep desire that you have now to reunite with that oneness of all creation, to activate your gifts, to transmute the shadows into light, step into becoming the best version of yourself that is possible. Feel your deep yearning for that to happen in this lifetime, to overcome all fears and doubts, to live in a world where you are even-minded and cheerful under every situation. Feel this deep yearning in your heart now. To be free. Feel that light now, that yearning in your heart becoming a light. Feeling that deep yearning, that deep willpower, uniting our independent human will with the divine will in this moment, this noble willpower to do good for the world at large. Feel that light growing brighter and brighter and brighter in your heart center. As that light gets brighter and brighter, feel that doorway of the heart now blasting open. That light is blasting up from the heart center. That light is blasting up from the heart center and now gathering in the throat. Feel the throat chakra there now. That light is gathering in the throat chakra. That light is getting brighter and brighter in the throat chakra, and that doorway in the throat is opening. That light blasts up to the base of the brain. Feel that light gathering at the base of the brain. And that doorway now opens, and that light blasts through the brain to the point between the eyebrows. Feel that light now gathering at the point between the eyebrows. And at the base of the brain, the yogis know this medulla oblongata is known as the mouth of God. Feel that mouth opening wide, that doorway opening, that window opening, becoming transparent. And that life force energy is coming in through that open door, that open passageway, going through the brain, gathering at the point between the eyebrows, calling on your higher self, any form of God that you connect with, calling on the divine to do this with you. Yogananda said, the divine within you will do it. Command it to gather at the point between the eyebrows. You can see or imagine a light there. You can feel a light there. And the sages tell us that this point between the eyebrows is like a mirror. So gathering this light at the point between the eyebrows, look into that mirror now. And to begin, we can look into that mirror and see a reflection of yourself. See a reflection of yourself there in that mirror. Look into your eyes. And now, blast this light like a laser beam into the point between the eyebrows of the reflection that you see in the mirror. Feeling that energy coming in through the medulla, going through the brain to the point between the eyebrows, blasting it into that reflection that you see in the mirror. And now actively receive that light that is being sent to the point between the eyebrows. Feel it. Receive it. And now take command of that light. Taking command of that light like a laser beam that is coming up from above down onto the brain now. Take control of that light. Send that light up and down, back and forth, scanning the brain with light. This light is conscious, intelligent, superconscious light, sending that light back and forth all over to the grooves of the brain where the seeds of karma are stored, where these memories of the past are stored, where these repeating thoughts that we can't stop thinking about get lodged into these grooves in the brain. Send this light over the brain. All of the tendencies that we have, the low self-esteem, our tendency to want to be reclusive and be done with the world. All of this is carved in grooves in our brain. Maybe we have past painful memories of when others have hurt us, or memories when we've hurt others. Guilt, shame, things that we've been repressing. Sending this light to heal those grooves in the brain. Those negative habits, those things that we want to overcome. Let's let it go and send this light to those areas of the brain. From the top of the brain, from over top of the brain, you enter with this fiery, blazing torch of light, illuminating the very brain cells where these grooves have maybe been cut very, very long ago. See this light like a torch burning those brain cells, burning, cauterizing, pulverizing, annihilating, Yogananda says. Sweep this torch up and down, back and forth, finding the grooves in the brain and healing them with light. Feel this light. As this light burns, cauterizes those grooves in the brain, it now brings up those memories, those divine memories of the past. All of these things are now flowing into you, all these memories of the past, these mental records of accidents, of tragedies, whatever sort, physical, mental, fears, past physical and mental troubles, accidents, bereavements, losses, quarrels, operations. All of those memories are coming in, but now we are shining this light onto those records and we're pulverizing those records. You don't need to hold on to them anymore. We're learning. Everything comes to us not to destroy us, but to strengthen us. We don't need to hang on to these memories anymore, these past traumatic events anymore. Send this light to those records, burn them, pulverize them. See and feel this light like a laser beam burning and pulverizing these records wherever they are present in your brain. Find the areas. And now, after being burned, see this light transmuting those brain cells, those old programs, substituting those old damaged cells with new healthy brain cells, new programs, opposite qualities, opposite good habits now. Those old habits that we've been struggling with, and now transmuting and replacing them with new good habits. Opposite thoughts, opposite tendencies. Feel your brain being healed. Overcoming our need to separate from this world and stepping into our power, those gifts that maybe we have pushed away, that we have forgotten about, our spiritual amnesia. Becoming childlike again, remembering why we came here. We came here on purpose to this time, to be lights in this world. No matter what anybody has told us, no matter what anybody has made us feel like in the past, we know that we are children of the divine and we are here to be light warriors on this planet. Feel your brain now. This light is just bathing your brain, healing your brain, feeling healthy, renewed, luminous, and light. Feel it all being evaporated in this light. Allowing us to step into our life purpose, into our creativity, to have creativity on demand, to tune into joy and open our hearts and realize that this joy is always available, always flowing to us. Begin to feel a vibration, a sensation in your heart center now. Feeling this light here in our brain. Now, let us send this light out into our bodies. Wherever you know that there is a physical issue, know that these issues originated from the conditions of your brain. Send this beam now to the areas of your body and see this light burning and healing the body. Take some time to allow this light to find the areas that need attention. Direct command this light. You are a master of your body. You are a master of this light. Send it to the areas of the body and heal your body now. Join forces with your higher self. Energy heals. Now, let us send this light to the heart for whatever sorrow, whatever wound, whatever emotional hurt from memories of the past. See this light reaching those memories, reaching those wounds, reaching those sorrows, and transmuting them into strengths. Healing and empowering you in this moment. You are going deeper and deeper into levels of the heart, sending this light to one closed room of the heart after another. opening doors and shining in the light where chambers of darkness, of pains have been held for ages, and it heals them and it transforms them. Whatever form of disease, Yogananda calls it darkness. Send this light to the heart. It opens doors where chambers of darkness, of pains that have been held on to for ages, and it heals them. Feel your heart healing now in this moment. As the heart is healed, feel this light in the heart and begin to feel that your heart is like a lotus bud. And that lotus bud is now opening its petals wide and turning upwards to receive the light that is now pouring into the heart center. Feel this light is growing brighter and brighter and brighter, and so bright that the edges of our body are now blurring with the light in the room. There is only light and space here in this place. We begin to notice that this feeling in the heart center is a divine transmission from our Divine Mother who loves us. She's so happy that you're here and you're paying attention to her now in this moment. With the gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows, feeling this lotus flower of the heart, mentally call out right now to your Divine Mother who wants to fill you with her love, with her light, with the divine qualities. Mentally call out to her now. Reveal thyself. Reveal thyself. Direct it like a laser beam to her. She's right in front of you. She's right here with us. She can feel you. She knows your name. She's been with you. You are her little baby, child. Like an ideal mother, she wants you to be happy. She wants you to be free. She wants to do the things that you love in your life. Feel that energy in the heart center that you feel now in that lotus flower. Begin to notice that this feeling in the heart has the divine quality of calmness. This calmness differs from peace because calmness is dynamic. And we can feel this calmness at any time, anywhere, everywhere. We can turn inward and feel this calmness even in an unpeaceful world. No failure, no disappointment, no misunderstanding from others can take this feeling of calmness away from us. We remember what we really are. Yogananda tells us that calmness is invincibility, and that with calmness you can stand unshaken amidst the crash of breaking worlds. Recognize, realize, remember, you can be even-minded and cheerful under any situation. It's not situations. Situations are neutral. It's what we become in the face of those situations, how we grow. We realize that this calmness is always here. And we begin to connect with our Divine Mother, our Heavenly Father, as Bliss God, as Satchit Ananda. Consciousness of truth is bliss. And we are conscious of the truth now that this divine quality is always flowing to us. And we begin to feel a smile spreading across our heart as joy of God begins to pour into our hearts. The bliss that we've been seeking in all of the sense pleasures and all of the material things. That joy is now pouring into our hearts, filling every fiber of our being with bliss. That light of bliss, of joy, tingling, vibrating, filling us with joy. We feel a smile spreading across our hearts, a smile spreading across our throats, a smile spreading across our mouth, a smile spreading across our brow. In India, a word for God is Satchit Ananda, which Yogananda describes as ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss. Remember who you are ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss. Expanding the consciousness to the furthest boundary of eternity, as Yogananda says, where I, the cosmic sea, watch the little ego floating in me. Expanded consciousness, samadhi bliss. Not an unconscious state or a mental chloroform without willful return. Samadhi but extends my consciousness to the furthest boundary of eternity, where I, the cosmic sea, watch the little ego floating in me. Feeling that oneness. Feeling that joy, knowing that we are here to be filled with this joy that is always flowing to us. But it is we, by our love, who must complete the circuit. In the beginning was the one primal force of all creation. That one primal force is bliss. The nature of joy is to want to share itself with another. Swami Kriyananda tells us that love is bliss in motion. So the one became two. Divine Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, in love. The one became two. To share in love, the two became three, the three became four, and this entire universe manifested from love. This is what we are. This is why we're here. We are part of that one that has been separated in order to play this game, to feel love, to explore ourselves, to explore this manifestation from different points of view, from different bodies, in different times, on different planets. Yogananda tells us that God has everything except your love. Unless you offer it freely, let us offer our love freely back to our Creator, which is our higher self, our true self. When you offer your love to God, you are creating a magnetic field, which is thereby in turn drawing His love to you. And in this way, gradually, you are becoming ever more perfectly a channel for His love. And you are drawing Him to you on higher and higher levels of divine awareness until your love attains perfection in Him. Remember, God's love is flowing to you always, but it is you, by your love, who must complete the circuit, and thereby generating the magnetism which can draw to yourself the very consciousness of infinity. this love, feeling this joy, allowing this joyful vibration to emanate out from your heart and fill the room. Bathing this room in love. This is not emotional love. Sharing joy with another goes beyond language. Open your heart and feel this vibration here in this space. Take in a breath and sigh out. Relief. Feel. Checking your posture. Feel. Allow this loving vibration to heal your body, heal your mind, heal your heart. You are a warrior of light. You are an energetic protector. You came here during this time. You were born for this moment. Forgive yourself. Forgive everyone else. Everyone's just doing their best. Everyone's learning. Naughty or good, we are all the Divine Mother's children. She loves us all equally. Allow this light, this healing light, see it emanating out from your heart. This dome of light expanding, filling this room with light. This light is expanding out over the building, filling this building with light. This light is expanding out into the neighborhood, into the city, the state, the country, over the oceans, purifying the waters, the sea creatures, the reefs, expanding over all countries, nourishing and bathing, purifying the air, the water, the trees, the grasses, the mountains, the valleys. This light is expanding out. Anywhere on this planet where there are those with open hearts, this light is nourishing them now in this moment, bringing energy and vitality for their bodies, wisdom and clarity for their minds, ever new joy and passion for their souls, creative aha moments, things that could change this world, people that are doing great works and serving, becoming the best versions of themselves. See them being strengthened. So many great souls have come during this time on this planet. Nourish them as you share this light with them, joining forces with all of these light warriors. This is an incredible time to be alive on this planet. We help with love, not fear. We step into who we really are, overcoming our spiritual amnesia, reminding each other not getting angry, realizing that we're here to uplift the vibration. Anywhere on this planet where someone is confused, someone is angry, we send this light to you. Anywhere on this planet where someone is hungry, thirsty, in pain, lonely, This light, see it pouring into their hearts, filling them with light, filling them with calmness. Uplifting their hearts, healing this planet, Mother Nature. See this planet as it floats in space, wrapped in iridescent rainbow light swirling around Mother Earth. We are one. Allow yourself to heal. Allow this planet to heal. Trust in the divine plan as we go through this transition on this planet. We are here to bring more light. Now, let us join together in prayer as we send this light out in all directions, and we join with our Divine Mother with our palms together in front of our heart. Repeat this prayer out loud after me, and then we'll rub our palms together, and then we'll raise our palms and chant Om 3 times as we send this light out from our hearts, out through our arms, out through our palms, filling this world, filling this universe, the galaxies, the multiverse with this light. Repeating after me. Divine Mother,
Divine Mother,
Thou art omnipresent.
Thou art omnipresent.
Thou art in all Thy children.
Thou art in all Thy children.
Manifest Thy healing presence
Manifest Thy healing presence
in all bodies,
in all bodies,
all minds,
all minds,
and all souls.
all souls.
Rubbing the palms together. Feel that warm magnetic energy in the palms. Gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows. Taking in a deep breath. Palms up. Shanti, Shanti. Here in the afterglow of your meditation, your prayers are amplified. Take a moment to connect with the dreamer of this dream universe, this dream world. You are a child of the Emperor of the universe. All that is his is yours. You're not a beggar. Use your prayer demand now to ask for any abilities that would help you in your journey. You can call on energy and vitality for your body, wisdom and clarity for your mind, ever new joy for your soul, or anything that you need now. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace. Amen. Joy to you, friends.